Hey sous chefs, it's Iman Girly of The Girly Chef, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do you like pasta? Do you like restaurant quality pasta? If so, this is the video for you. We're getting ready to make a quick, delicious rigatoni pasta with Italian sausage and a yummy tomato basil sauce that you can make at home right now. Let's do it. So we're gonna start our pasta. I'm just gonna add a little oil to the boiling water, add my salt, and add the rigatoni. Let that cook for whatever the package directions say for your pasta. Set a timer so it doesn't overcook. You want it al dente. So I have a pan getting hot. I'm gonna add just a little olive oil to coat the bottom. Not a lot, but just enough to where my mushrooms don't stick. So we're going to go ahead and add these over. We're not gonna do any salt and pepper in the beginning, just because salt would actually pull out the moisture of your mushrooms, because mushrooms already have a lot of water. So when you add salt, it's gonna pull out the moisture and will make your mushrooms steam. We don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna put the mushrooms in there. I'm not gonna touch them, so that way they get a nice browning. And then we're gonna move it to the back of the stove and start our Italian sausage. In order to do the Italian sausage, I'm just gonna take my knife and split it down the middle so that I can take the outer layer of skin off, the casing. Once I do that, you have two options. You can either pick it apart like I'm doing here into chunks, as big or as little as you want. Or you can actually put all of the sausage into your next pan and basically do it like you would do your ground beef for tacos. You're gonna just kind of break it up until it's the size that you want, and we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna finish breaking this up, and then we're gonna go ahead and brown our Italian sausage. So now we're going to add just a little oil to this pan. You don't need a lot because you're actually doing your Italian sausage here. So I'm gonna just coat the bottom of the pan, and I'm gonna get ready to add the Italian sausage. So what we're going to do at this point is add our shallots. Half of the shallots, the other half we are using for the mushrooms. So we're going to add our shallots, let them get a little translucent. I would say roughly, I would guess about a minute, 30 seconds, because they're going to continue to cook with the sauce. I did put a little olive oil to kind of coat the bottom of the pan. And once we do that, and you can start to smell your onions, you can get ready to add the rest of the sauce, which is going to be the sun-dried tomatoes, the roasted red bell peppers, and the pesto. So I have everything here. This is the roasted red bell peppers. These are the sun-dried tomatoes, and then I have the pesto. So we're going to go ahead and add bell peppers, sun-dried tomatoes, smells so good already. If you don't have access to shallots, or your store is out of shallots, you can always dice a red onion, small diced red onion. Or if you have a Vidalia onion, you can do that. You just want a sweeter onion. You don't want something that's going to be really harsh. And then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of pesto. It may sound like a lot, but it's absolutely delicious when you add it to the tomato sauce and the Italian sausage. So let that cook roughly, I would say, about 2 to 3 minutes. So all of the sauces can kind of do their thing together. I said sauces, but all of the ingredients can do their thing together. And then we're going to add this directly to our Italian sausage. And we're going to add the marinara. Then we'll add the mushrooms and make magic. I have my sun-dried tomatoes, my roasted bell peppers, my pesto. It's very aromatic. Everything is smelling good. At this point, I am going to get ready to add my red wine. And it's time for me to take my pasta out. My timer's going off. I'm going to take off my pasta. This one I'm going to add 1/4 cups of red wine. If you do not have any red wine on hand, what you can use is actually just some chicken broth. What you're doing is deglazing the bottom of that pan. You're getting all of that yumminess, the sausage made at the bottom, and it's going to make its own sauce. That's what you want. As that is doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and add our yummy tomato sauce. A jar of yummy tomato sauce. I would say roughly about 24 ounces. Go ahead, mix that. Let all of the flavors kind of marry together. And then I'm going to move this to another burner and let it simmer on low while we finish off the mushrooms. So these are our mushrooms. You see how they have a nice golden brown color? I added the shallots. They're getting their flavor on. And at this point, I'm going to deglaze this pan with a little balsamic vinegar. I have roughly about 3 tablespoons. As I stated before, mushrooms are basically sponges. So what's going to happen, they're going to absorb all of this balsamic vinegar, which has a little sweetness of its own. It's going to give the mushrooms a nice bite. And I'm going to add some more pepper. And then now you can actually add your salt. So I would do a sprinkle of salt. And the mushrooms are pretty much done. So I'm going to add them over to my sauce. So now we're going to add the mushrooms over to our sauce. Doesn't that look delicious? If only you guys could smell it. So we're pretty much done at this point. What we're gonna do now is finish it with a little heavy cream. I'm gonna turn my fire off. I'm gonna let it cool for roughly, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes. Then we'll add the heavy cream. We don't wanna add the heavy cream when it's scorching hot because we don't want the milk solids and the cream to break up. We want it to stay creamy. We don't want it to be watery. To add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And this is going to balance out all of that acidity, all of that tomato, all of the actual balsamic, the red wine. This is going to just finish it off, bring it to where it needs to be, and we're pretty much done. So I'm gonna get ready to toss this lovely sauce. Once I taste it, I'm gonna adjust seasonings, of course. So I'm gonna use a little salt, a little pepper if I need to. I probably don't need any salt because the jar pasta had salt, the pesto had salt. So yeah, I'm gonna taste this, see that it's making its magic, and as long as it's making its magic, we're done. I'm gonna toss this with my rigatoni, is to put it in a skillet, and I'm just gonna ladle sauce over this. Lots of sauce. That. Then I'm just going to lightly toss it through so that the pasta is going over all of my rigatoni. Because one thing you want to happen is for the cheese to melt over every part of this. But you want to make sure that the sausage and the mushrooms get within all of those tubes to make a yummy bite every time you put a mouthful in your mouth. I'm losing one, and it's gone. Damn it. There we go. And then we're just gonna put some mozzarella on top. I have some pre-sliced mozzarella, and I'm just gonna break it open and put slices all the way around and put it under the broiler on high, my preference, because I'm gonna sit down and watch it because I have time to make sure magic happens, and let this melt. Got this out of the broiler. I'm just going to get a little bit of my sauce. That's because I like a lot of sauce. I'll put it in the bottom of my bowl. And then we will just scoop us a nice cheesy layer. Into the bowl. And this is dinner. Look at all this. Yum, yum, yum. And do you know how we're gonna finish this? You should already know. I'm going to still add some Parmesan cheese. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and let me know what videos you would like to see next. A tutorial, a recipe, let me know. Bye, y'all.